Well, an interest rate cut is all but certain when the RBA meets this week, but we've heard that before. Joining me at the desk from the Specialist Finance Group is Blake Buchanan. We have heard it before. We heard it last month.
We did hear it last month, Tim, and boy, didn't we get it wrong. You know, over 80% of us projected and recommended an interest rate reduction. The RBA held on for geopolitical reasons and because unemployment was a little bit tacky at 4.1%. But of course, they didn't move. They should have, and now unemployment's jumped.
Yeah, and inflation numbers. Look, at all points now, I know we were all a bit tentative about saying 100%, but they sort of have to this week, don't they?
Well, you'd imagine that there's no other indicators that would suggest otherwise. They have to go down. Michelle Bullock, please do it. Bring them down for Australians.
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
It is Tuesday, the 12th of August.
Okay.
That's correct.
And last time you were sort of hoping it might be 0.35. Do you think there's a chance of that?
Yeah, it's getting a little bit of groundswell. We moved out of the normal 25 basis point cycle during COVID when we rapidly increased. So it'd be nice just to get back to full quarters. I think that there's enough evidence now for a definite cut. And I think the RBA will be erring on the decision of, well, do we go twice or do we go at 25? And I think that 35 basis point might be the nice medium ground to go.
What's your advice? Because this is going to allow, because that'll be 3 cuts. So it's going to allow some people to actually get in where they haven't been in the past. What's your advice to those watching this morning that are doing their due diligence to purchase a first home or transfer from one to another?
Yeah, well, look, there's a lot of unknowns about property. There's a lot of pockets that are still quite affordable around the capital city markets. The advice definitely, Tim, is to talk to your broker, talk to your financial advising team and talk to your parents and your friends and family about how to get in. Budgeting is crucial. The longer you wait, with property prices going up, invariably it becomes more expensive to get in.
Because property prices will go up as interest rates come down.
Well, we've got a wonderful country. A lot of people like coming here. We're growing, and of course, property prices will continue to grow up over a long and medium term. In the short term, they might have ebbs and flows. Like in the Melbourne market, we saw a slight dip in the 12 months to June. That's corrected itself now, and Melbourne's up 0.5 in the 12 months to July.
It can be a little sticky, can't it, dealing with banks? It's a lot more complicated than the old days where you just go into your local branch, meet with the bank manager, show your financials and away you go. It's a little bit different, a little bit more complex.
Yeah, it is. We've got an interesting relationship with banks. We love and sometimes don't love banks. But the advice there is to go to your broker. Your broker has access to 20, 30, 40, 50, 80 lenders, and they can compare an open market for you. So rather than go to one bank and get one product, go to a broker and get access to thousands of products. They'll usually find something better and cheaper for you.
And what about if you're in the market and you've got an interest rate and you want to really continue to look at getting the best price?
Well, again, this is where brokers come into play for you. Great brokers work behind the scenes to continually talk to your bank about interest rate and interest rate reductions for you. And if your bank can't come to the party with the market product that's great for your needs and at a better price, again, your broker's going to recommend that you go somewhere else that's going to take care of you financially.
Sydney has, and this is a story that's around this morning, has been voted the underquoting capital of Australia. And look, I had this experience many, many years ago. I was very early, and I've always been interested in property, but someone had said to me, an operator, that this is what it would go for. And then by the time we got to the moment of the auction, it went for, and I didn't have the money.
Vastly more. Look, it is a concern, and we've got to be careful how we talk about this topic because there's 2 markets. There's the people that are underwhelmed and miss out on the property, so they're disappointed. But then there's the people that are selling the property that are greatly appreciative of the inflated price. For the people that are missing out, there's a different set of rules in New South Wales to most other states. In most other states, you get the exchange is based on your ability to get approval of finance, whereas in Sydney and New South Wales, we don't have that. So if you exchange on a property and you can't get the finance, well, too bad, so sad. Now, when an agent talks to a client potentially selling their property in New South Wales, they'll ask the client what they think it's worth. And if that's below what the agent thinks that they can get for it, you beauty, because they can bring in more people to look at the property and expand the market that could purchase it and get that inflated price. If anybody ever asked them why it was underquoted, they would say, well, that's what the vendor wanted on the price guide.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because they're banking on someone being there at an auction, or if it's a private treaty, who'll have the extra dough and just say, OK, I'll go there.
Well, look, it works often in the agent's favour. Agents will correspond well. Most agents are great people and do a great job, but the agents work for the vendor. They want to get the highest price. And if part of their strategy is to potentially allow a lower price guide to get more people in to view the property, well, that looks great. It opens up a more competitive market for a higher price, but it also looks good to the vendor that the agent's doing their job by getting good foot traffic through the door.
Finally, what do you think about your forecast for the market over the next, say, 12 months?
Well, we're up on average 0.6% in the 12 months. Darwin's leading the pack at 8% year on year. Then you've got Brisbane, Adelaide and Perth at about 6% and above in annual growth. Sydney and Melbourne. Sydney's at about 1.5% annual growth to July, and Melbourne's at about 0.5%. I think with demand problems still creating a lot of pressure on prices, it will remain lofty until we address the problem, which is the supply issue.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you, Blake.
Good to see you.
Enjoy your day.